Hello friends, welcome to this video where I'm going to go through a compost building exercise using only a few pallets and a few little bits of equipment, costing me zero. Pallets were free, picked them up from the side of the road. The people who own them just knocked on the door and they were more than happy for me to take them away, save them having to dispose of it, and it's going to mean that I can now compost correctly rather than just using one compost bin. In order to compost properly I only need two, so I've been needing it for a little while. I'm in lockdown, got nothing to do this weekend, and I've been struggling to get supplies, so it makes total sense to use some pallets, easy to get, and I'll show you how to take them apart, which is normally the blocker because it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I've got a lazy man way of doing it, saw through it all. So let's get into some videos and see how we get on.
Before you start, just make sure you've got the right equipment. Essentials are a screwdriver or a drill, 1.5" nails, and a saw. An electric one or a handheld one will do. You're going to need a spade and also a crowbar to take apart the pallets. If you can get hold of them, use safety glasses and gloves as well, why not? And a tape measure as well will also help with the accuracy. Any pallet you can get your hands on, again, will also do, as long as the slats across the middle of the pallets are in semi-working order. If that's the case, then you are good to go. Let's take them apart. Congratulations, you have now finished taking the pallets apart. You can stop sweating and move on to the part which is more fun, building the compost. I recommend you lay the bits out in front of you that you're going to need. So you need 4 corner posts and slats for 3 of the sides. So spread out the slats equally, so you've got 4 or 5 and the 4 corner posts, and begin the build. Start with your 4 corner posts, and the corner post is just going to be the 4 thickest parts of the pallet that you took apart. Separate them out and use them for the corners. As you're screwing the bottom slats onto the posts, I recommend you put 2 screws each side for the bottom slats, and then after maybe the 3rd slat, a single screw each side will suffice. The most difficult part of the project is this part here, which is trying to get a 90-degree edge for the corner. I should probably have used a square edge tool, but I didn't, and it turned out fine, so just give it your best guess. Try and get it 90 degrees, put a screw in. If it looks alright, stick it in. If it doesn't, take it out, have another go. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it's not a science, so have a go, whack some screws in, and that'll be fine. Now we've just moved camera angles, it's worth noting that my compost heap is wider than it is longer. That's okay, as long as the 2 sides match up in length. You'll mean you'll have a universal side, so the back bit can be any length you want, use the bits you've got, but as long as the 2 side bits are the same length, you'll work out with a good sized compost. The other point I wanted to make is that my washing is clearly very beige, and it's made me realise that I need to get some more colours into my wardrobe. I'll fix that. So coming towards the end of the compost build now, I made the decision to pop a slat across the front of the compost. This was just to give it a bit of extra strength. It was a bit wobbly in the corners, but in hindsight, once I put the posts into the ground and submerged them a little bit, probably didn't really need it, and it might get in the way when I'm trying to scoop stuff out, but we'll see, and I can always take it off later. So we've built the compost, moved it to where it's going to be, and we've moved the old compost out of the way. Last thing we just need to do is dig out a bit of an area just so it's level in its new home. So we're going to stick it in this corner here, so there's lots of room, but it's not quite flat, so we're just going to have to dig a bit of this out, make it nice and level so it doesn't end up on a slant, and then she's ready to be in her permanent home. So now it's bedded in, you've dug a trench in a square shape, popped the compost in, and then put the soil back on top of it. The soil is not to stop it blowing away. I mean, can you imagine how windy it would need to be for that to blow away? But it's more to make it look a bit neater, make it look like it's in its permanent home, and look like a job well done. Have a quick check around, marvel at your genius when you've finished. So that's it really, job done, she's installed. All that's left to do is fill it up with some of the compost that I've got waiting to go in this. In the future, what I might do is add some slats going across the bottom, running across from here to here, and if I've got time, might even put some runners in so I can take the slats in and out, make life a bit easier. So that's pretty much all you need to do. So if you've got small pallets, got a bit of spare time, a saw, a few screws and a drill, that's all you need to do it. Super easy and extra space for compost, easy peasy. So best get on and fill it up. Thanks for watching. Just before we depart, just thought I'd share some bonus content with you, show you what's happened to the compost heap since it's been installed. It's grown, so here's the original compost heap, but it's also taken on a bit of an extension. We had a bit of a garden digging over the weekend, so a bit bigger now, and actually run out of space as well, so I've had to pile up a load of grass and turf that's composting down on its own there, and the old original plastic one needed it still, so we've got 4 composts going now. So that was just the extra bit of bonus content. Thanks again for watching, and see you again soon.